So I think this is an interesting story, movie-related story, that the Ghostbusters trailer, the trailer for the new Ghostbusters, the female-led remake, has now set a record on YouTube as the most hated video of all time. Or at least the most hated movie trailer.
The movie trailer of all time, on YouTube.
Right.
So let me ask you guys a question. Is this because they're all women, or is there something more at work here?
Well, I think that it has to do with, first of all, people have wanted a new Ghostbusters for ages, but what they really wanted was a Ghostbusters with the three original guys.
Well,
okay,
that would be pretty hard right now. I mean,
that was what they really wanted. So part of this anger is because they're not getting what they really wanted. Okay, and then further, well, let's face it, the trailer isn't very good. It doesn't look. I don't think it really looks promising. I laughed at maybe one thing in it. I think Kate Middleton looks really good in it.
No, Kate McKinnon. I think Kate McKinnon.
Or McKinnon.
Like yeah,
sorry.
she's very funny, and she's very funny. I think she'll probably steal the movie. But
yeah,
it just seems it's like one of these things. But I hate to say it.
I'm sorry.
It's like one of these things that will probably be.
I'm laughing at the Kate Middleton thing because I just got that.
Is she in it? Wait, is Kate Middleton in it? I'll go by
No.
Isn't that her? She's the third one, right? It's Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig.
Middleton. Yeah.
What's her name?
Yeah.
What's her fucking name? McKinnon? Is that her name? I don't watch the show.
Kate McKinnon, not Kate Middleton, but
she looks good in it. But the movie doesn't look very good. So there's that. And then I do think that there's a substantial number of people who are mad that it is recast with women. Because, as we all know, I think most genre nerds, guys, are not really very fond of women.
No, they're not.
It's
really sad. It's pathetic because you have, I have to say, the cast is very good that they have. I mean, if you're going to do this, I mean...
Those are all powerhouse, funny women in this.
You can't, first of all, when your lead of the movie says he doesn't want to come back for the third one for like 2 decades, Bill Murray, it's kind of hard to do it. When you're thinking of doing it with Chris Farley and then Chris Farley dies, it's kind of hard to do it. When Val Ramis actually dies, it's hard to bring, this maybe...
And Rick Moranis won't come out of his house.
And I don't blame him. I don't blame him for that.
But I think it's those three things that are like coalescing together. But I do think that the dislike of women in general. I mean, I don't think that the crowd for this movie likes to see any women in any of their movies. Period. They just sort of suffer through it if it happens, but they don't really want to see it.
Let's bring up another point that maybe those same people don't want to own up to. You had a second one that is funny, but it can't compete with the first one. And let's not forget that the second one was not well received. Maybe financially it did well, but not on a fan base. When people wrote it, just wrote it off immediately. Hey, it's not that funny.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that. I think
the second one wasn't good. It wasn't any good. I mean, might have had a couple of laughs here and there, but it wasn't on that level.
It had a couple of laughs, but let's be very honest. You had already had a cartoon series, from the first one.
Right.
So you had to kitty it down. You had to make it appeal to, all ages. So let's be very honest. There was never a clamor. I think Bill Murray, was very hip in Harold Ramis, and all of them were very hip. Hey, maybe not everyone wants a third Ghostbusters movie. And I think they were aware of that, and they didn't want to really do it either. If they wanted to do it, they would have done it.
No, I mean, Dan Aykroyd really wanted to do it. Dan Aykroyd wrote it with Harold Ramis, didn't he? I mean, they were really on board with it. It was Bill Murray that said no.
And more power to him. I mean,
well, I think, first of all, I think it's interesting that Ghostbusters ties into the nostalgia that's been happening lately, the nostalgia trend. And that's also there in the Independence Day sequel that's coming out this summer, too. I mean, so it'll be another summer of nostalgia. I do think people resist remakes or redos, and I think that people just need to chill out with that and accept it. But and then the other part of it is the woman thing. I don't know how widespread, though, the dislike of it being female cast is. All I know is that...
Well, all you have to do is look at the comments underneath.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. That means that that faction are the most vocal opponents of it, because the louses in life usually are the most vocal. So, but I don't know in terms of the entire movie audience public how many people really give a shit if it's all female or male or whatever. But finally, and probably the most important thing is, they knew that people were skeptical, using the most polite word possible, about this project. You would think that they would put their best foot forward with that trailer, and you're right, it was an awful trailer. So if you can't make a great, when you can make great trailers out of awful movies, why can't you if you can't make a great trailer out of Ghostbusters? Then I mean, the movie could very well be a complete turd based on that trailer.
Yeah. Which, would be a surprise because Paul Feig is pretty good. I mean, like Bridesmaids and Spy are both incredibly funny to me. So
it's got a great pedigree. So I'm hoping for the best.